everybody, happy Vlogmas. We are going to today be looking at something that I was so kindly gifted this year. A couple of weeks ago I was looking for a reading tracker because I've recently got back into reading. I've been using audiobooks quite a lot, and I just wanted to log that and try and get more into reading because I absolutely love reading, and it was just something I wanted to do, but I couldn't find one that fitted my aesthetic. Now, if you watch my videos a lot, you will know that I use my I use printables from Printable for planners almost all the time. There's very rare that I can't find one from her that I want, but I couldn't find a reading tracker, so I asked her if she knew anybody that had one in a similar style to hers, and she did the best thing. She made one she heard my request, she made one, and not only did she just make it and put it in the shop, which I expected her to do, I was happy to buy it, she gifted it to me in the size that my planner is, which is A5 ring, but she also made it in I think 4 or 5 other sizes and gifted it to me so I could gift it to you guys. So this is the reading tracker. This is how you print it out. Now I'm an A5, so it's super easy for me. I print it out, I press double, I do the double one, and I just put a flip on the short edge, and so it's on both sides. Now I can't tell you how grateful I am for this. It's the grey and pink like I love, but it's really lovely and subtle. She's added these little books in as well, so there's a little bit of art in there too, and I just think it's beautiful. So I wanted to share this with you and how I'm going to use it, and then also give you the link so you can get it for free too if you put your planners. So as I said, I use A5. Now I use A5 for several reasons, but the main one is because it's easy to print printables out. I'm not the best at or I haven't been in the past the best at printing out printables and getting them the right size, but these ones always work perfectly for me, so I'll show you exactly how I do it and how I will use it. So reading tracker and book list, I'm going to pop it in here. It's super simple. There's the cut marks on there anyway. I mean, this does it for me because there's the A5 line there, you can see, but just to double check, there it is, easy peasy. So my guillotine has done that for me, and then what I need to do is punch this. Where's my hole punch gone? Oh, I had it a second ago. Hang on. Oh, it's here. It's up above where my phone is. So here's my trusty hole punch. And I'm not going to fall for the same mistake I made last time, which was to not punch it before as a tester. So I'm going to use this because this is a kit that I've already spent, and just double check that this is right. So obviously we're missing a hole, but that's okay. It just makes sure that I've got this in the right space before I punch the actual thing, because I'm not really here for multiple, and there'll be one there, that's perfect. Let's punch these then. So the way Jennifer formats these is basically so you don't need to, like, there'll be space to hole punch without it going through any of the design, which I love. So do I want book list to be first? Yeah. So I'm going to have book list here, and then I'm going to have reading tracker, and then another book list here, and another reading tracker there. So I'm going to have it like that. Okay. I've actually cut it a bit wonky there. So if this looks wonky, it's because I've rushed it a little bit. But there's the cut in the hole punch. And what I'm going to do is what I always do here, just to save my rings opening and closing a million times. Just going to snip this. And there we have it. Now, I'm not entirely sure, excuse the mess of this, I've been playing around with my dashboard at the moment, where I want it to go. I think maybe it's impersonal. But what have I got along the top that I'm not using a lot of? What's this? Oh, important notes, stickers. I'm going to have socials there, and a YouTube there. So do I want it in notes? No, I don't really want it in notes because that's where I put my son's notes to me. I don't know why they're all on the loose. Okay, I'm going to put it in personal for now, and then I might make a more appropriate place for it in the future, but here we're going to have it now. in my personal section, just like that. Books must read, to read sometime, and then my reading tracker, and then that there again. So I'm going to fill this in, and whilst I do, I'd love to hear from you on what books you have read and really recommend, or what books are on your to be read list. I recently watched a video on YouTube of somebody who was telling, basically talking all about, I'm going to take this out whilst I write, talking all about books to read to get you out of a reading slump. Now I'm going to put this down because, excuse the stains on it. Try and do it this way so you can't see those. I try and read as much as possible with my son, which I do, but I don't really read for myself as much as I'd like to. So I'm going to just do my reading tracker because for the books that I've read in the last few weeks, just so that I can keep a track on that. So I have read pen did a bit of a funny thing then. I want to try and keep this neat. Postscript. And I really enjoyed that. Well, I say enjoyed, I've got about a chapter left. So date started, I'm just going to put October 21. I don't think it matters too much. This pen's being really funny. I'm not using that one anymore. I want to try and make this neat. Just need a basic biro. This one will do. My lovely reliable grip zebra pen. So postscript I read. I also read One Small Act of Kindness, but I'm just going to call it One Small Act here. One Small Act, and that was also, oh no, sorry, I read that in November actually. November, really early on. Oh my gosh, I read another one as well. One Small Act of Kindness. What was the other one called? Okay, I can't remember. What? That's really bad. It was an audiobook, so I wasn't seeing it visually written down the title all the time, but what was it called? Oh, A Place Called Here. Okay, so A Place. Oh, I'm not going to fit it on without squashing. I didn't want to do that, but never mind. And that was November as well. So those are the ones I've read. I'm now on to Wish You Were Here, I think it's called. Okay, Wish You Were Here. I'm really regretting the size that I've written these. And that again was 21. These are finished because these were audiobooks, so it's easier to finish those. Postscript is a physical book. I already know without even getting to the end that that's going to be a 5-star. One Small Act of Kindness I did really like, but I wouldn't say it was like the best thing I've ever read. A Place Called Here, 3. And Wish You Were Here, I've not finished yet. So those are the ones that I have read. Now in terms of must reads, like I said, I was watching this YouTube of somebody saying that if you're in a reading slump, these books were likely to get you out of it. So they were called, I'm gonna stop this video and get them so I can get them right, because I want to share them with you, because when I heard the description I was like, I need them so much, so hang on. So I went and did some research for you. The video that I was watching, that you definitely should watch if you want to get back into reading and you're struggling, is on a channel called A Clockwork Reader. That's the YouTube handle, and you just search in for books to read to get you out of a reading slump. I was addicted, and her voice is so soothing. I feel like she could sell me absolutely anything. A lot of the books I got from her video on there, and they were The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. So let's put these in here. I'm gonna have to go onto both pages. The Starless, hang on, I'm gonna write down the ones I actually have in my possession first. So must read. I am going to be reading, yeah, let's start there, let's do that order. The books that I actually have, and then the books that I'm asking for Christmas. So this is the first one. This is Freckles by Cecilia Ahern, and the book that I'm currently reading is also Cecilia Ahern, and I am up to, oh, I have more than a chapter. Oh wait, no, I haven't burnt the page. I'll have to just find it. I do a little book club with my son where we both read our own books in each other's company, just to get him used to the fact that I also read. I've been a bad book owner. This has got a stain on it. And also, apologies if you are one of the people who get offended by me bending the page down. I don't mind a book looking worn, but so postscript I already wrote down. I wrote that down here. I'm just finishing it. The next one then is Freckles. And I'm going to put that here. Freckles. And I can put in the author on this one. I have enough room. But maybe I'll regret doing that because some of these book titles are long. So yes, Freckles I want to read. My husband bought me this a couple of weeks ago. Haven't got around to it yet. So that's those two by Celia Ahern. And then my husband also bought this for me. Bless him, he remembered. He must just write down everything that I mentioned, and he's so sweet. But Lily's Promise. I came across Lily Ebert on TikTok actually. Her and her grandson set up a TikTok account for her to tell her story as a survivor of the Holocaust. And my husband, I mentioned this book to my husband because she wrote this book with him, and her grandson helped her write it, because she was just really worried that soon there won't be any living survivors, and she wanted to have as much truth out there as possible. I know this will take me a long time to read because I will be an emotional wreck, and I will need to pick it up and drop it and read something else that makes me feel good for a bit, and then do that. So this will be an emotional toll for me. I get very upset by things like that, but also I feel like it's important to know. So Lily's Promise, and I'll write in here Lily, I want to say Ebert. So those two I have in my possession for must read very soon. And the other one that I have in my possession, but I know it'll take me a bit longer to read because I have these I'm desperate to read, is The Handmaid's Tale. So I'm going to put that down here. Handmaids. I should really be taking my time with this handwriting because I want to put pictures of this up for Jennifer for doing such a great thing for me, but I have such scribbly handwriting. So The Handmaid's Tale, and then also The Testaments. My gran bought me both of these a long time ago because I asked her to for my birthday because she wanted to know what to get. And I'm so glad that she got them for me, but I haven't read them yet, and I don't know why, because I'm desperate to watch them on the telly. And I won't watch until I've read, but I don't know what's putting me off reading those for so long. Yeah, and then, like I said, The Starless Sea is definitely on my list. Now, I have done an Amazon wish list, not for this video, don't worry, I'm not trying to ask anyone to buy me a book, for Christmas, for my friends and family who want to know things to buy. So I have done that, and these are all on there. Oh, Morgenstern. I can't tell you what these are all about because I don't know, I can't remember, but I know that the Clockwork Reader described them and made me want to buy them. So these two, these three, and The House in the Cerulean Sea, I think they're the four, but I'll explain those in a minute. So The Shadow of the Wind. See, now I don't have much room left, so I'm going to have to just put surname. Zaphon. And then The Weight of Feathers. From what I remember, Macklemore. From what I remember, The Starless Sea was her favourite book of all time, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll read that. Shadow of the Wind was like really gripping. She couldn't put it down. She read through it really quickly because of how like catching it was, which I really like the sound of. And The Weight of Feathers, oh, I can't remember that, I can't remember now, but I remember also that, I'm gonna have to go onto the other tracker now. House in the Cerulean Sea, she said, was like one of the most feel-good books she'd ever written, and I am in the mood for one of those. Sorry, ever read, not written. I'm really in the mood for that at the moment. So must read House in the Cerulean Sea. TJ Clone. Okay, now these, I thought she said Atlas 6, and that was in my head for some reason, but she also mentioned Daisy Jones in the 6. I need to go and do some further research on that. So I've done that, I've put that on the thing. I'm going to put some question marks and leave that post-it note here on there. So that is my current situation. I'm going to make my way through these after I've read Postscript. And when I've made my way through these, I'll make my way through this, then to read sometime. So that makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. And I'm going to just pop this now in my personal section of my planner. Because I've written on that mouse mat, it's kind of pushed through, which doesn't normally happen, but it's okay. There we go. And what I'm going to finish off with is some little decorative stickers from Papershire. So hang on whilst I get those. Okay, so I'm going to go with this really old Toffee Bananas. Before, this was what the Papershire was called before it was Papershire, it was Toffee Bananas. So I'm going to use these little reading cushion Nana to go up there, and then I'll see if I can find another reading ones that I want to pop in. And you can actually find that sticker on my sampler, so if you would like to get one to match this, you don't have to buy the whole sheet. You can just buy anything you want from the shop as well, as using my code, and you can get one of these cuties on my sampler there. That's it's Holly10 for 10% discount on my sampler at Papershire. And I'm also going to put on one of these little cute book stacks there from the Spring Blossoms planning sheet. I have way more reading stickers from Papershire. For some reason I can't find them, but I have plenty of other sheets to add stickers to, so when I do find them, I think it's because a lot of them are reading to the kids, but I know I have some where they're just reading. But yeah, like I said, I'll find them and stick them on the other sheets as and when. But I hope that that's been interesting to you. Please let me know any books that you think I should read, any books you think I should avoid maybe, and also what's on your to read list, because I'd love to know. I'm really into it at the moment. I'm really watching so many YouTube videos of people's to read lists, but yeah, I'm just trying to find any more of these, but I can't seem to find them. But yeah, like I said, I have tons somewhere, so I will find them and I will let you guys know how I get on with that in my monthly videos, perhaps as I flick through my to be read and my completed list and things like that. So that will be all for this video. Please let me know also, and tag me if you use this insert in your planner, and obviously if you show off, please tag me. I'd love to see if other people are using it and how other people are using it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Jennifer from Printable for Planners for doing that for us. If you use Printable inserts or you want to, please do check out her channel because she's amazing. Not channel, sorry, her shop. She is fantastic, and everything I buy from her I'm always really happy with. So shout out to Jennifer from that shop too, and I will see you in the next video. Have a happy and healthy week, everyone, although I probably will see you tomorrow because this is part of Vlogmas. So I will see you tomorrow for the next Vlogmas video. Have a very festive day. Bye.